How you guys and girls doing today? It's your boy Timster918, and in this video, I'm going to kill myself. No, guys, come on, don't that's not cool. Don't do that, y'all. But guys, we are back at it. Another Tarkov video, another death analyzation of Tarkov, because I die a lot, and this is a good example of it right here. So if you want to see me die, then stay tuned in this next episode of Nigga Ball Z. We're playing Tarkov, y'all. That's the game we're playing, if I haven't said that already. And what we do is we're starting off on factory. For some reason, I make the unnecessary movement of running up here, and I chuck a grenade that's completely useless at a door. So we're already starting off great. And then, as you can clearly see right here, my teammate starts opening up the door, and I'm just taking a different angle, and I'm going to let the fight play out right now with sound, and then we'll go back and watch what I did wrong. So here it is.
Yep, he's down the hallway.
Yep.
Getting ready to throw a nade.
Yep, go ahead. I'll push with that grenade when you throw it.
Push.
He's dead. One's dead.
Yeah.
I'm peeking this, Doom. Okay. I'm peeking this.
Yeah.
There's another one, Doom, at the corner. At forklift, right side.
Okay, guys, let's go ahead and talk about everything we did right and then everything we did wrong leading up to it. So first, what we did wrong is exists, because no, I'm just kidding, guys. But so, like I said, what I'm doing up here right at this very moment is I'm taking different angles, right? Because what I'm thinking is that since my teammate is to my right, and I know that he's going to open up one of these doors, right? They can decide to be aggressive if they want to, and they can try to peek this window. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get at an off angle instead of being, down below right here where they might expect me, or even at the actual window itself. I'm going to get on top of the good old, gas silo, whatever you want to call this area right here. And I'm just going to hold this angle so that way if they do try to push and they try to peek that window, I can pop them and I can force pressure, so that way they're going to be forced back into this little corner, right? So, that's pretty good right there, I would think, right? So my friend opens up the door. I'm like, okay, cool. Once again, in case he's holding any off angle right here, he tries to aggressively peek the door, I can punish him. And as we clearly see, they're standing back, so they're not doing anything right now. I decide, okay, I'm going to push up with him because we're about to, try to make a move on these dudes, and they're just going to be holding that angle. Looks like they're not going to be aggressive and try to push out on us. What my friend does, look at this beautiful mug right here, is something that we've been learning to do. It's something that I should have done when we went around that corner, which is, you run in and out really quick to try to gather information instead of just trying to peek your head in so you don't get head eyes immediately. So he runs in, he sees the dude down the hallway. He's like, okay, cool, I'm going to throw a grenade. Now what I do, I see that shot right there. Now, why I shoot right here is because it's strategic, right? Because what that bullet does is it's going to penetrate his ass when it goes through the wall, and it's going to enter his rectum. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know why I shot right there. I have no idea. Maybe in my brain, the reason that I shot is because if I started shooting, it would make them panic and make them think that I have a crazy angle on them or that I'm about to push in. But yeah, I just popped a bullet right there, like, a crazy rapper pops a perky, right? So yeah. My friend is like, I'm going to throw a grenade. I'm like, okay, cool. If you throw a grenade, what's going to end up happening is one of two things, right? Number one, a player that hears a grenade is they're going to naturally fall back because they don't want the grenade to kill them, especially with the sound in Tarkov. Sound is just fucked in general. But, the sound in Tarkov, even if a grenade sounds like it's not near you, it might be near you. So this is going to force some people to push back. Or number two, what this guy to my left is going to do is he's going to actually be aggressive and push up with the nade, because he's thinking what we're thinking, which is, oh, they expect me to run back, but I'm actually going to push forward with the grenade when he throws it. I'm not going to let him take space. I'm going to push up. So that's what the first guy does right here, right? So, I tell him, okay, when you throw that grenade, I'm going to push in. So my friend, he throws that grenade. I push in with him, and like I said, this guy right here, he's already expecting my friend to push up with his nade that he just threw, so he's going to try to counter my friend's aggression, but he doesn't know that I exist, right? So I come in, and like I said, that's really quick. My friend's already putting shots into him right here, and boom, that shot right there is a headshot. He is down, left, right, good night, Dojamite, he is out. Beautiful HK he has right there, right? So we take care of him. Now, the big issue that me and my friend both talked about after this recording, right, is that we both turn our back. Now, this is just a good old cheeky, breaky, scabby, wabby. I hear the good old slugili, behind me, and I'm like, oh shit, there's a scab, and I want to see where this scab is at to see if he's going to be pushing into this doorway and how far away he is, right? So this is extremely dangerous, because if the dude's teammate decided to peek at this moment, both me and my friend would be dead, because we heard this scab and we just turned our attention completely to this doorway. But it's only for a split second, but that split second could have gotten both of us killed. So I hear that scab, I'm like, okay, cool. Now right here, luckily it was a scab, and luckily he missed, because I should have been off to the right by now, but I guess maybe because I'm getting old or some shit, I just looked at him and I wanted him to shoot his load all in my mouth and face, right? No homo. So, you know, the scab does just that. He shoots his load, but luckily he misses, and then I'm able to, you know, I'm like, oh shit, I'm not going to challenge this. This is a scab, right? I'm more scared of scabs than I am players, so what the hell am I doing? So I go off to the right here. I'm like, okay, we have to focus on what could be behind us, and this is when everything goes wrong. This is when Dr. Seuss snorts his caboose, right? So, like I said earlier, what you want to do when you're not so sure that other people in the area, right, is you can do several things. I could have tried to run. I could have tried to jump to this, which is probably get me killed. I could have like jiggle peeked it a lot safer. Like I could have gotten super close to this wall, and I could have jiggle peeked it. Like some people, you know, they'll hurry up and they'll press Q or they'll press E to see if they can bait out a shot. Or I could have just straight up ran around. I could have just ran past the wall, then hurried up and turned around, so that way he couldn't get a shot on me and it would have made him shoot. But nope, I just overextend, and you never want to do that, because yeah, someone who's already holding an angle, even though the Tarkov desync is pretty shit, you know, someone who's already holding an angle, unless they're an extremely shit shot, is always going to get the shots off on you. So he's already holding that angle. He's at a unique spot, right? Because of course the main things you're going to check, the things you see in YouTube videos, right, they're going to be right here. They might be over here at this forklift behind, or there might be this little column, but he's at a good off angle, so good on him. And I'm able to, and once again, it looks like a delay, like maybe this is just boomer in me or some shit, but I should have been shooting by now. But you know, I start shooting him, but by then it doesn't even matter, because he's going to obviously head eyes me, and that is the end of the fight. So, you know, of course my teammate, he's able to kill him, and you know, he gets some of the loot off the guy I killed. You know, he kills that other guy right there, and then that's the end of that engagement. So what do we learn from this little engagement, guys? Well, number one, we learned that we should not play this game, right? We learned it's fuck Tarkov, and I hope that Nikita legitimately shoves a cactus up his ass. And no, I'm just kidding, but number one, only partially kidding. Number one, we learned, y'all, don't overextend, right? Do not overextend. If you are thinking about clearing a corner, if you're thinking about going around and try to gather information, what all the good players do, you never see them try to like slowly creep around a corner. It's just not going to work 9 times out of 10. You know, someone who's already holding an angle on you, and they're certain of where you can be. And that's another thing I saw, like another video that talked about that, right? Is that when someone's holding an angle, they know that you can only come from one spot. There's only one spot that I can come from, which is right here where I'm coming from, right? I'm literally coming, like, oh my God, testicle squeeze, I'm coming. And this guy knows that I can only come from this direction, right? I'm not omnidirectional coming. He, you know, can be anywhere. I have to check several spots at once. I have to check this forklift, this angle right here, maybe that door in the back, this forklift in the back, where he's at right now, all the way in the back behind, you know, behind like this little mini thing in the back where there's so many angles. And like I said, when you do that, you never want to just slowly creep or crouch around a corner. I mean, you know, creep, crouch, whatever you want to call it, because that will get you blasted. And yeah, so that's the first lesson we can take from this, right? Second lesson is that another thing I could have done is not expose myself out here for way too long. In the spot where I'm at right now, like I said, behind this little silo or tank or whatever you want to call it, it was fine. But when I came out like this and I exposed myself, that was extremely dangerous, because not only do I expose myself to someone that could have been in the window, but I can expose myself to someone who's up in the rafters, who might be trying to come from down below. And like, even what I'm saying, you know, come as in come in your ass from below. And, you know, so that was extremely dangerous as well, being out here for too long. And, you know, it doesn't seem like too long actually in the moment, but this is a solid 15 to 30 seconds that we're both going back and forth, and then we're actually outside. And if someone wanted to counter, you know, this fight, they could have shot us in the back before, you know, just blew our back out. They could have done that while we're outside. So probably would have been better for me to going ahead and just go down below, right? So I could have turned around, went through the tunnel, and worked my way up towards them, so that way we could have sandwiched them that way. And number 3, I guess the third lesson is, you know, fuck y'all. I hate every single one of you viewers that watch my videos, and I hope that you just die. No, guys, I'm joking. I love you guys, okay? I love every single one of y'all. I beat off to every single one of y'all names individually, okay? That's how excited I am when I upload these videos. But yes, those are the lessons, y'all. Those are the 2 main lessons. And like I said, with every death, man, we learn more, right? And it makes us want to get off this fucking game. But, you know, it teaches you valuable lessons, right? It teaches you those valuable lessons. So don't ever sweep around a corner extremely slow. Don't overextend yourself. Don't put yourself out of a certain position. Always try to make sure you're behind some kind of hard cover, and counter the enemy's aggression with aggression. And also, please avoid scabs at all times. Scabs legitimately give me PTSD. When I'm in the shower and I'm cleaning out my ears, I can legitimately hear P and you know, Slujili na. And my favorite of all time, 111 Asuka. I hear those things even when I'm at work. So guys, please listen to those 3 tips, and remember, guys, you know, don't shave your balls. And yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. YouTube will probably take this video down. But all right, guys, that is it for this video. Let me know if you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button. This changes everything. Let's get cracked straight into it. And goodbye.